Realising our move to France came earlier than expected. Come with us and enjoy watching the trials and tribulations that have occurred. Follow me, Jo Harris, my husband Steve, and our gorgeous fox red Labrador Morse, and our beautiful Bright on our journey to integrate into French society. Bon courage! So today we are in for a real treat. My beautiful friend Tiffany has invited me to her fabulous house, which is about 15 minutes from us, to help groom her gorgeous horses, Brooklyn and Beauty. I don't know if I mentioned before that I was a riding instructor years ago in another life, so horses have been a major part of my existence and I miss them dreadfully. So this really is a treat for me. This is Tiffany's veranda, which I am very envious of. It is the perfect spot for sunlit evening meals or candlelit dinners, overlooking the abundance of land where her infamous donkeys live. So, this is the beautiful Brooklyn. Absolutely gorgeous. I've just been grooming her. I haven't groomed a horse for donkey's years. So I'm very thankful to Tiff and her mum, who are over here with Beauty. Hi, ladies.
We're paying Jo with coffee and biscuits.
Yes.
She's a pro at this, you know.
Yeah.
We are very lucky.
Used to be. But look at this beautiful tail. Look at Beauty's tail. Isn't that gorgeous? That's absolutely lovely. And these naughty donkeys, which I just said, Tiff has just been able to get back from the other field. They've escaped. Aren't they lovely? Look at them. Oh. As my family would call them, nonka-nonks. They are lovely. But yeah, it's been really lovely to come over and do this. It's definitely reminded me of, I was just saying to Tiff, the smell of horses just makes me feel excited. I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of when I was little.
Just need to be able to bottle it.
Yeah, I think you do. And it probably, only a few people would probably appreciate it. It's like having wet dog smell, you know. But this is so lovely. And there's two gorgeous stables here. There's another one around the corner which has got Fifi's pony in it, whose name is Lacey. I think we might be able to see her through the gap here. This lovely tack room. Oh, smells gorgeous in here as well. Hello, Lacey. You pretty? She's got a rascally face. So, it's gorgeous. And one of the donkeys got a bit closer. So, yeah, so you must go and have a look at Tiff's vlog, which I have mentioned before on my vlog. What was it called again? Rural France with
Rural France with donkeys.
Live rural France with donkeys.
Thanks, guys.
And it's great. So like and subscribe. And I have noticed that some of our subscribers it's gone down a bit. So subscribe again if you don't mind, because I think YouTube take people off sometimes. I don't know why. So.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah. So, but I must admit, I haven't done a vlog for over 2 weeks now. So this, my next one will be all about our new little dog. But, so and then this one will be about how to groom a horse. Or how to remember to groom a horse. Which I haven't done a very good job, I'm afraid. But anyway.
He does.
Oh, they're too kind.
For a 29-year-old.
I can't believe that, because usually their withers are really high and skinny, aren't they, when they're that old? And she's beautiful, in beautiful condition.
Oh, thanks,
You've got a pretty face.
Thank you.
Great. And let's have a proper look at Beauty. I'm doing just her back end, which is never a good thing. Look at her, she's absolutely stunning. You pretty girl. Are you? Are you beautiful? No, you're not. Oh, okay. Jesus. She's like, I can't see because I've got my fringe in the way.
I've just brushed that.
I know.
Just made that look nice.
That beautiful flaxen colour on the end is so lovely. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Thank you so much, Tiff and Donna, for such fun. Now it's time to adorn the staircase with a wardrobe. Okay, so today we've decided that we're going to put a bit of a banister up the stairs. Not a banister. What's it called up the top? It's not a banister. It's the surround at the top of the stairs. I can't think what it's called. Anyway, and these two amazing bits of old oak again have come from the Chateau de Montmagne. They were in one of the bedrooms, the chambre d'armes, I think it was. It was a very, very big wardrobe, but it didn't fit. And so Ted and Lisa very kindly donated it to us, just for the use of the wood, really. So, tell me, darling, what are you going to do?
Right, darling. Yeah, like Joe just said, this is actually the back of an ancient wardrobe. The bit you never see. It would be the bit against the wall. But they're too beautiful to leave as wardrobes or to cut up to use for something else. So we're going to make a
balustrade.
Balustrade.
Something like that.
So it just gives this a little bit of, you know, partitions the stairs off from this mezzanine floor. Just makes it a little bit safer.
Yes.
It feels very strict because this has been open for months and months and months. We're so used to just being able to see down the stairs. So it looks really imposingly solid. They are a bit too big. I've got to cut them down a little bit. Take a bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom, and just narrow that one a little bit. And that one. But yeah, I think once they're in and cleaned up a bit, because they are very grubby.
It's a bit manky.
Bit manky, but we don't mind that.
No, I think they're
a bit manky.
Oh, well, I don't mind that.
But yeah, so they've got like a finished side that you would see from inside the wardrobe. A slightly more attractive, I suppose some people would think, you know, with beveled edges and things like that. But this side is just ancient, old, rustic oak, and it's just beautiful.
Well, this is what we love,
like,
as you know, the
it looks
rustic
like
look.
partitions in an old stable.
It does actually, yeah.
In a stall, you know, there's things you'd have between the stalls.
Yeah. No, I really, really love it.
And they weigh a ton.
Yes. Well, Ted came over this morning with Charlene, who's back to help out at the chateau. And he helped Steve lug them up the stairs, so that was really handy. It's suddenly gone really cold, but oh, right, the door. The door to the barn is open.
I'm going up and down with stuff.
Yeah, that's all right. But, so that's why it's so cold. But look, we don't often see this view. So that's out through the
golf simulator.
Yeah, out to the golf simulator. So look at that. That looks really nice, actually. Yeah, that's good. But it is really cold. So, I mean, it feels cold because it's been so hot, but it's still about 15 degrees, I think, which, because to some people's freezing, but it's not. But this fire has just been amazing. We've had it on the last 2 nights. It's kept it nice and warm in here. But as I said, it's not particularly cold yet. So, and I think the rest of the week, this next week, is going to be quite warm again. It's going to be up to about 25, so we probably won't need it. But, so we had the dogs up with us last night because Bright has now been spayed. So poor little thing's feeling a little bit sorry for herself. But I'll do a bit of film of her later on. But so yeah, this is going to look great. And I think once this, because I think this thing is too big for here, so we'll put this somewhere else. I think once this has got a bit of a rug down or something, I do like my rugs. It will look more like a room, I think, and we'll get used to the fact that it looks smaller again. But so yeah, we've got the piano over there. So brilliant. So I shall do a bit more and see hopefully what it looks like later on. So while Steve clears up after pinning the banister, yes, we decided it is called a banister, we have a brilliant idea to utilise something else that was hiding in the barn in plain sight. As you know, and I keep reminding you, we do love the rustic look, and this is probably the most rustic thing we have ever created. These things have been sitting in the barn from the day we bought the house 2.5 years ago. I never dreamt they would be used this way. I really hope you like it as much as we do. So, hello.
Yes.
Another little brainwave we had.
Yes.
This is carrying on from the banister on the stairs up into the mezzanine level. And we thought that we might do something with some wrought iron, like an old gate or something across the top, because it would be too dark with just a panel. And whilst we were in Confalon looking around the reclamation centre, we had an apostrophe.
Well, one of us did.
And this is it. So, darling.
Right, so we have, in the barn that yields, the forever giving barn, we have these ancient ladders, and they are ancient. They are made of oak, very, very hard oak, and the plan is to cut some sections out of this ladder, put one section on top of another section, and make like a gate that's going to go at the end of the staircase, the window end of the staircase. Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
So I think out of this one we'll have a section like that and a section like that, because this one has obviously been repaired with, if you go around the other side, darling, you'll see what I mean, with iron and stuff on it.
It doesn't really look very repaired, but oh, yes, I see what you mean.
So I don't think we can use this end for
Oh, it's
anything.
a shame. That's so nice.
We'll keep it,
Oh, we've got to put that somewhere. I love that.
but I'm thinking the rest of this side might get used as a top rail and as a banister for going down the stairs, or if I can get it out of that ladder behind you,
Right.
use that one. I know it's sacrificing two very old ancient ladders, but they're too old to use for modern stuff, and they're lovely to use for what we're thinking of using them for.
Yeah, that one's actually a little bit newer, isn't it?
Yes, but don't you think that
But this
a
is
nice
gorgeous.
wonky banister out of that one would be gorgeous?
Oh yeah, gorgeous. I really like the end. I really like that end bit
You
with
want
all
me to
the
try and keep that?
with the metal in it and everything. I'm not. Yeah, definitely.
So would you like that bit to be the top piece of the piece that's by the window?
I think so, because as we said earlier, it's not this it's part of the banister you're actually going to be holding on to. And I just think that's
Character.
it's real character, isn't it? Yeah, well, as we
Right, so I'm going
love.
to pressure wash them this evening, and then that's all I'm going to do. Right, so as you can see, clearly see, the construction of a ladder in days of old, days of old, they got a tree. They cut it down the middle, they separated the tree, and they put rungs. It's a tree. But I don't want it as a tree anymore. I want it as a handrail.
I've got a horrid feeling there's going to be some hammering going on.
Some tapping. Right, this might take a bit more work than I thought.
Okay, well, it's so you're taking it all apart to then put back together.
No.
Oh.
Right, they're not moving. I may have to cut them, but I want to keep these because these need to form the
Yes.
standoffs for the rail,
Yeah.
which I don't know whether we want the rail, because as you can see it's a banana.
Yes, it is
I don't know
rather.
whether you want the rail to go whoop as you go upstairs, or whether it would go ooh, or whether it's flipped the other way up, and halfway up the stairs you go la 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 la.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the singing either, but no, I think banana shape is fine. They look great.
Okay. You might want to leave the next bit to me.
Okay.
But there's the one that's going to be for the top.
Right, and I was almost thinking that the bit you want to see is going to be it needs to be underneath, doesn't it? Because you're not really going to see it from on top.
Well, if we're having two, you won't see the underneath. The first one will be on the floor, then another one.
Right, okay, all right. Well, we'll see, yeah, all right, we'll see what's
I
happening.
won't build anything yet, I'll just start
Okay.
taking things apart.
Wowee. Well, that's amazing. That looks so good. Doesn't that look good? Let me come around from this bit. Whoa, that looks amazing. That looks so good.
Not going to go over, is it? I'm going to have to screw it, take that post out, screw these bits on to that post,
Oh no.
screw that back to the wall, and then screw that
Oh,
back
God.
to bring it all back into shape. Because it's pushed this over.
That looks absolutely brilliant though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pushed it over. It needs to go.
Yeah. Ah, it looks really, really good.
Out this way by about that gap at the end.
Oh, so you didn't use the bit with the metalwork on?
No, it's too fragile.
Too
It's
rotten,
just
yeah, that's a
absolutely
shame.
crumbling as I'm trying to saw it.
Oh, that looks so good.
Right.
I absolutely love it, don't you? I think that just looks like, looks like bliss.
Looks like what we asked.
It's old and wonky and
Looks like what we asked for.
absolutely. That's incred.
A bull.
A bull.
I'm going to saw the tops off these,
Okay.
unless you want to hang frou from them.
Well, don't know. I'll leave it up to you, as usual.
Just bat that ball back into my court.
Why not? Well, as you know, we've been doing odds and sods towards the staircase, and as we said in the last video, we suddenly had an epiphany that
Apostrophe.
an apostrophe that we had these amazing old ladders in the barn that we've always admired and said how gorgeous they are, but never thought that we would be going to use them. So we put the two full banisters upstairs, which you saw. But we thought that the end one shouldn't be a whole banister because it would just make it a little bit too dark. Although the window is sort of slightly above. But whilst we were looking at that, we realised that the side of the ladder would make a fantastic handrail. So Steve has spent hours doing this, and maybe not as long as all that actually, but he's spent a lot of work on it. Sanding all this down, you can see it's all smooth and gorgeous, and it's it's just a perfect colour. And so we decided to put it that way up rather than up the other way. So that was a bit of I had a slight contretemps about that, but not much. But oh my goodness, look at it. And as we always say, another new facility. That's the word. I don't know. I'm getting dementia, I think. Oh God, I can never think of anything. So, and then we look at the end. And this is the rungs of the ladder at the end. Two sets of them, which have just sat absolutely perfectly where we wanted this end to be. So, and this, you know, we looked at some things in Conflon yesterday, and we sort of looked at some bed ends and things that were going to be wrought iron. And then we saw an amazing ship's wheel, didn't we, which was lovely. And we suddenly thought, oh, that would be brilliant there. But it was something like 125 euros. And it was like, no. So now, what have we spent on this, darling?
Let me just tot it up. Nothing.
It's incredible. So once again, the barn has yielded. And apart from Steve's very well worthwhile work and time, we've just got this. And some people would just think, oh, that's a load of rubbish. That just looks so silly. But I just think it's amazing. And as you can see, Steve, we can probably hang on this thing and it won't budge, which is a good thing with me clambering up and down the stairs. But wow, well done. So I just wanted to get a better shot from this side. It's just, well, again, I'll say, I know that some people would just think, oh no.
Too rustic.
It's too rustic. It's just perfect for us. And I really can't believe how fantastic it looks. So again, thank you, Ted and Lisa, for giving us the wood for the panels from an old wardrobe. And thank you for the people who lived here before for leaving so many amazing things in the barn. It's just unbelievable. So although a little crowded at the moment, this is going to be Steve's guitar room, I think. It's looking amazing. And I thought over there, sort of to the left of Steve, if we had a big mirror, I know I'm always going on about mirrors, but that would make the room look longer. And I thought it might be quite good to have it the other way round. So his chair was in this corner to the left. But yeah, I just think, I can't believe how good that looks. It's great.
This wasn't here a few days ago.
I know. Amazing.
That was.
Yes. And now it's funny how the stairs look so regimented because they're not sort of rounded off or anything. So that will happen at
Pardon me.
some stage. What's that?
A lorry beeping its horn outside.
Oh. Okay, sorry, we're nervous of anything, because any noise, we think it's a hornet, because there's a hornet's nest in the chimney. And they just keep coming in every now and then. I mean, they're not aggressive or anything, but they just fly around the room like a chinook, making a load of noise. Uh-oh, let him out! Oh dear. Anyway. So, with still a few odds and sods to do, like rounding corners and maybe staining some of the wood, this is what it all looks like now. I am so thrilled with the way in which everything is taking shape. Funnily enough, with the cooler weather, it is easier to get on. Steve and I both proved positive for COVID during the next few weeks, which took us by surprise and knocked us sideways. Work came to a standstill, French lessons abandoned, and taste buds lost. I am happy to report, however, after 2 rather uncomfortable weeks, we are now both negative and feeling a lot better. No stairway to heaven? I'm not sure. I think I am pretty much in heaven. See you next time when we have our visa renewal interview. Wish us luck!